Tonight on The Local Live, see what updates are in store for the Maker Zone in Mamaroneck Village. Larchmont, Mamaroneck, and Westchester County remember 9/11. The Mamaroneck Library hosts an immigration lawyer discussing unaccompanied minors. And check out the beauties from the 45th Annual Kiwanis Car Show. Good evening to you. It's Thursday, September 13th. I'm Mike Witch. Welcome to The Local Live. The Mamaroneck Village Industrial Area proposed rezoning now has a draft following updates requested from Village Planner Greg Cutler on behalf of the Industrial Area Committee. According to the draft, the goal of the, quote, Maker Zone Overlay District, end quote, is to create incentives to grow the maker economy in Mamaroneck, consisting of creation, learning, collaboration, and a vibrant public life. In the first public presentation of the rezoning draft, architectural firm Harriman, with Industrial Area Committee co-chair Andy Spatz, went over the study of the so-called Maker Zone, which has been in discussion since 1997, particularly the permitted uses in the zone.
So in thinking about this idea of zoning as marketing, we have makerspace and small-scale production, innovative office environments, educational uses, that was a big thing that came out, arts, food service, retail, food service establishment, outdoor dining area as an accessory, indoor recreational facilities, and flex space. And flex space is, think of it as a single company within a building who's able to shift around their office, retail, and industrial uses without having to come back to get a building permit every single time they do that. They can make those changes. And that's governed by the zoning. But note that you're going to see a couple of numeric controls on those. Where you see those, it means that the permitted use has a corresponding special permit use above that. And here are the special permit uses. So under the planning board, arts uses, public life, indoor recreational above 40,000, boutique hotels and pet daycare, zoning board of appeals, retail, food service, and outdoor dining areas in excess of those things that are permitted as of right.
You can view the entire rezoning draft on the Mamaroneck Village website, now on your screen. Go to the Agendas and Meetings tab, click on the Board of Trustees, and then click on the September 12, 2018 regular meeting agenda to see the document. And don't forget that you can view the full presentation and other municipal meetings now recorded in high definition at lmctv.org. The academic year started last Wednesday in our school districts. Mamaroneck saw several facilities projects completed across all school district buildings, including a corridor ceiling replacement at Chatsworth, installing 2 CCTV cameras at Mamaroneck Avenue School, and the creation of additional parking spaces at Central. Homix upgrades included 20 CCTV cameras installed and relocating the composter rocket. At MHS, the Post Road chiller was replaced and the special education offices received a new coat of paint. At the last Mamaroneck School Board meeting, Superintendent Dr. Robert Schaps presented enrollment numbers on the eve of the first day back.
So just to give you a summary of the change by school, you can see Chatsworth, obviously with the change in kindergarten enrollment, we have about a 4% drop in total enrollment. Central slightly down as well, and Mamaroneck Avenue, the change there. Murray remains roughly the same number of students. As you mentioned, Steve, we had an unusual influx of first graders at Murray this summer. So we welcomed 10 additional first graders, which is a little bit unusual and unpredictable. And again, last year it was third grade at Central. This year it's first grade at Murray overall, with Homix and the high school growing at 1.64 and 2.48 respectively.
Immigration lawyer Marcia Guevara conducted a discussion in Spanish at the Mamaroneck Library on unaccompanied minors under the age of 18 who enter the U.S. without an immigration status or a parent or legal guardian. Marcia also covered topics such as removal proceedings for children, legal remedies, seeking asylum, and special juvenile statuses in today's immigration climate. To see the full presentation, go to our YouTube channel. Yesterday, a Westchester grand jury charged Mamaroneck resident Cynthia Arce with second-degree murder in the death last April of her 2-year-old daughter, Gabriella Boyd. Arce has been in custody since being charged with 2 counts of attempted aggravated murder of a police officer after allegedly attacking 2 Mamaroneck Village cops when they responded to a 911 call at her home on April 28th, the day the child died. Arce's lawyer says he'll pursue a psychiatric defense, claiming that his client suffered from postpartum psychosis. Larchmont and the town and village of Mamaroneck came together on Tuesday to commemorate the local lives lost in the 9/11 terrorist attacks 17 years ago. The intimate ceremony was held at Girl Scout Rock in Memorial Park.
I was thinking a lot about the aftermath right after, and how people from, as was mentioned, all walks of life came together and helped each other, not just in New York, but really all over the country, and gave blood and gave money. And then people all over the world came together. And the phrase, they attacked us for because they hate our freedom. Our freedoms are the things that George enumerated and that Shelley spoke of. Freedom of religion, freedom of thought, freedom of speech. These are the important freedoms. And in the years following right after 9/11, those concepts of freedom started to spread out around the world. And we remember seeing the Afghans with their blue fingers because they had voted for the first time in a long time. The Arab Spring, the idea that our freedoms, the values that we hold dear, were going to finally blossom around the world, and we would truly succeed and be victorious over this event and the hatred that brought it. But as has been mentioned, these last few years, and this year most especially, it feels sometimes as if the world is spinning out of control. And, excuse me. And that our own country, we're sometimes on the verge of tearing each other apart. So, in a sense, I'm starting to feel a little sad that we've given in. And we've lost sight of the importance of the values that we all hold dear.
111 Westchester residents and 12 former residents lost their lives as a result of the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. Their names were read at the county memorial ceremony at The Rising, a monument on the Kensico Dam Plaza in Valhalla. The ceremony closed with song and an interfaith prayer. The number of first responders dying from 9/11 related illnesses will soon surpass the number of victims lost that day. County Executive George Latimer said his administration is looking to include at the memorial the names of the 17 Westchester first responders who have since passed away, saying, quote, so that they too can be honored and remembered.
I'm a reporter, I'm a producer, I'm a writer.
I am a news anchor, I am a producer.
I am a news editor.
I am the technical director.
I am a reporter, I am an anchor.
I volunteer for the local Live because I'm a proud resident of Larchmont and Mamaroneck, and I like to give back to the community.
I volunteer for the Local Live because I believe in bringing the news into your living room.
I volunteer for the Local Live because I believe in leadership, support, and success in a community.
I volunteer at the Local Live because it's a fun learning experience, and I know each week I come, I can learn something new.
I volunteer for the Local Live because I believe in community television.
As a spring intern at the Local Live, I learned new skills like video, editing, and production, and furthered my skills as a writer. The internship gave me confidence as I embarked on my journey through the world of journalism.
We are the Local Live.
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 Harbor Island Park hosted the 45th annual Kiwanis Car Show on Sunday, September 9th, and here are the best parts of the event.
Thanks for everybody for coming down tonight, to this afternoon to the Kiwanis Car Show. This has been an event that the village has been doing for decades. We welcome it. There's some beautiful cars here that bring back a lot of tender memories. And I want to thank Jack for doing this year after year. Jack is one of the most dedicated volunteers in this community.
How we doing, buddy? I want to introduce you to the owner of this car. This beautiful 63 Chevy is owned and painted and built by this gentleman who I am honored to be friendly with. Any car show in Westchester would not be complete without having this gentleman who's standing next to me at the event. This man is a true car lover.
Restore cars is a lot of fun because I like them, and we've been doing it so long it comes second nature. And coming today to the car show was just showing support.
So is this your first time coming to the Kiwanis Car Show?
No, I've been here a lot. I've came here pretty much my whole life. My dad's the president of Kiwanis, so and his car's all the way back there. It's the green Maverick back there.
I got to say a big thank you to Ray and Hugo and Jack and Sibylla for that video of the Kiwanis Car Show. In April this year, LMC TV launched a fundraising drive around a mural in our town center studio. Thank you to all who've donated. The mural is still missing some pieces. Individuals as well as groups can help. Here's how.
LMC TV would like to thank local artist Jamie Lynn at Made, an art studio in Mamaroneck, for creating a beautiful community mural. Place your piece in this mural by contributing to LMC TV, the community connection that brings you local board meetings, varsity sports, and your local news. Please contribute to this community mural by going to our website and clicking on Donate. Each contributor will be listed next to the mural when it's complete. We value your appreciation of what we do. Become a single donor or as a group, go to lmctv.org. The only piece missing is you.
St. Thomas Church in Mamaroneck is hosting an International Baroque Music Festival this weekend. There will be 5 programs of Baroque music fused with jazz and the Beatles. The first is tomorrow, Friday the 14th. Last week, I interviewed Artistic Director Eric Mills along with Louis Senti. You can watch it on YouTube, and you can get concert information and tickets at westchestermusicfestival.org. By the way, admission is free for anyone under 18. Here are some other events happening this Saturday, September the 15th. From 10 to noon, the town of Mamaroneck's annual fall cleanup at the Hommocks Conservation Area. Trash bags as well as water and snacks will be provided. The event is part of the International Coastal Cleanup Day. For more information, visit townofmamaroneck.org. Celebrate Larchmont Day at Village Hall and Constitution Park from 1 to 5 on Saturday. There'll be live music, a petting zoo, big trucks, food trucks, and more. Be sure to stop by the LMC TV booth and say hello. And now for evening events at Harbor Island Park. The 15th annual Family Campout will be held at the Pavilion Field with check-in beginning at 5 p.m. The event ends on Sunday the 16th. You have to bring your tent, sleeping bags, food, and kids for some camping fun. And get ready for the silent disco on the beach from 6:15 to 9:15. Participants under age 12 need to be accompanied by an adult. Be sure to register for either event by visiting vomrec.recdesk.com. At dusk, you can catch the premiere of Muscle Man, an original movie created at this year's LMC TV Teen Summer Workshop. It'll be shown on the beach, followed by Beauty and the Beast, starring Emma Watson. The screening marks the finale of Movies on the Sand. And following the beach movies, another favorite, Up, will be shown in the rec office. You may remember that Up was canceled earlier this summer due to poor weather. From the harbor, we go to This Week in Sports. Check out Rhinebeck varsity football highlights.
Welcome back to the Local Live. I'm Rob Moretti. This past weekend, the Rhinebeck football team hosted their opening game and first game in the newly formed Independent League against the Croton Harmon Tigers. This matchup did not disappoint, so let's get right to the highlights. First quarter, it's Croton with the ball. Quarterback Matt Zoller is sacked by Nick Sabia and fumbles. Sabia recovers at the 1, and Rhinebeck would punch it in for the early 6-0 lead. Next drive, the handoff gets away from Dorian Gardner, and Matt Tella jumps on it for the Black Hats. An inauspicious beginning for the Tigers, their first 2 drives ending in fumbles. So the Black Hats take over with sophomore quarterback Evan Falco. He finds Mohamed Abdallah over the middle, and Abdallah zigzags his way into the end zone for the second Black Hat touchdown of the quarter. On the conversion attempt, Falco's pass is tipped, but somehow tight end John Crea is able to make the adjustment and haul it in, making it 14-0 Black Hats. Final play of the quarter, Croton hands the ball to Michael Mamone, who has the ball stripped by Rhinebeck's Matt Quartararo, the third fumble of the quarter lost by the Tigers. But the second quarter would be a different story. After putting up 2 scores, they have the ball again. Zoller unleashes a deep ball to Mamone, who was already past the Rhinebeck secondary, and cruises untouched to the end zone, giving the Tigers an 18-14 lead. Time running out in the first half, and Rhinebeck looks to respond. Falco hits Tyler Simon with the screen pass, and Simon breaks for the sideline, making it all the way down to the 5-yard line, where he would be marked out of bounds. Falco then finds Quartararo on the fade route in the end zone, putting Rhinebeck back in the lead with mere seconds left on the clock. So Rhinebeck would take a lead into halftime, right? Well, Here's Croton with the ball near midfield, and 1 second left in the half. Quick pass out to Jonathan Giardina. He breaks one tackle and another and makes it all the way to the house, giving his team the lead back, heading into the locker room. After another quick Tiger touchdown to start off the second half, Rhinebeck trails by 10. Falco rears back and finds Michael Colasanti deep down the field. He goes untouched to the end zone, and suddenly it's a one-score game once again. Heading into crunch time in the fourth quarter, Croton with the ball. Zoller is met in the backfield by Crea, forcing another fumble, which is jumped on by Rhinebeck's Felipe Danza. For the second time in the game, a fumble gives Rhinebeck the ball at the Croton 1-yard line. Evan Falco takes the snap and dodges his way through the line for the touchdown, completing the comeback and giving Rhinebeck a 34-32 lead. Time running low, under 3 minutes left, and Rhinebeck has to punt the ball away to the Tigers. Quartararo gets the punt away, but is hit after the kick. That's roughing the kicker and an automatic first down for the Black Hats, who are able to kneel their way to victory. Evan Falco started his first varsity start, throwing for 374 yards and 3 touchdowns, as well as scoring the go-ahead touchdown on the ground. Felipe Danza led the Black Hats defense with 10 tackles and a sack. So Rhinebeck shows some toughness in coming back from a 2-score deficit while also being opportunistic in taking advantage of some key mistakes by their opponent in their first win of the season. The Black Hats are back in action this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. when they host Blind Brook. For the Local Live, I'm Rob Moretti.
And now it's time for Pets of the Week from our friends at Pet Rescue. Ori is a handsome 4-year-old orange and white long-hair cat with a warm and easygoing personality. He's friendly, very sociable with humans, and gets along with other cats. He loves playing with interactive toys. He was rescued from an apartment where his previous owners abandoned him. Ori can be visited at the Kitty Cottage. Anshu is such a sweet girl, about 3 years old, comes to Pet Rescue from the Yulin meat trade in China. She's a little shy when she first meets you, but warms up nicely. She gets along well with other dogs and would prefer a quieter home where she can relax. To adopt Ori or Anshu or any of the other adorable pets, visit ny-petrescue.org. In our continuing effort to be your community media center, you can now reserve time and space to record a podcast. In fact, LMC TV staff just launched their own LMC Cast. Have a listen at lmctv.org/podcast and learn how we can help you produce your very own show. We love hearing from our viewers and email comments and inquiries, and even news tips, pictures, and videos to the Local Live at lmctv.org. And remember, if you ever miss Thursday's live broadcast, you can catch replays twice a day on this channel. Plus, find story clips on our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching the Local Live. I'm Mike Witch, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night.